Tamako Emakosini Tolozani, thank you for joining me for another video. Um, Today I'm answering Gogo's question. Gogo said she's struggling to pray or would like advice on how to pray. So I'm gonna first explain how what was I struggling with, okay? And then Gogo, you could drop a comment if it's accurate or not. So I was struggling with the name, okay, because after everything that we've learned so far, and that it's an idol and it's not even his name, I was struggling to reconcile how that Makosi throughout my walk with God, how that name has been working for me, but then in my walking and experience with God, how that name has worked for me, even in the most dangerous of times that I would find myself, and yet that name like showed its power. Okay, so I inquired, and then I'm gonna just explain the way I'm taught. Okay, so we'll start with Philippians chapter 2, verse 9, it says, "Wherefore God also hath highly exalted him, and given him a name which is above every name." Okay, so God has given him a name that is above every name. Okay, so I was taught that what that means is that names are representative of languages. Okay, so in essence, that verse could read, God has given him a name that is above every language. Makosi, that when you call that name, the power will be activated. Okay, so that name, as it states, whatever language you would call that name in, if you call it with understanding and with revelation, that name will activate. That name will come with power. Okay. So let's go to let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 22 and 23. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye who break God's laws. Makosi. So, that name, yes, Msindis is saying that there will be people in that day that will say, but we've done everything. Like in Christianity, we're casting out devils in your name, we're teaching in your name, we're doing miracles in your name. Okay, so that name has power, and that name doesn't require you to be in any denomination. That name will work for you. You understand? But unfortunately, it's not the name that will get you to the place we want to be. Okay, it's not the name, it's the laws, it's the obedience to your culture and the customs that you are supposed to be following in your life. So let's go to John chapter 14. John chapter 14, verse 13 and 14. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. John chapter 15, verse 7. If ye abide in me, and in my word, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it will be done unto you.
Yeah.
So with those words, those two verses, John 14 and John 15, it speaks to expressing dominion, casting out devils, doing the miracles, those things, when we use that name, okay? So that's like just commanding, that's just expressing your dominion. You understand? And then John chapter 16, verse 23 and 24, it says, And in that day ye shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. Hitherto have ye asked nothing in my name. Ask, and ye shall receive, that your joy may be full. So in that verse, he's speaking with regards to I need to change my batteries. But with that verse, he's speaking with regards to prayer. Okay, when like Philippians, when it speaks about when you're anxious, do not be anxious. Okay, but with everything, with thanksgiving, ask. Lay it out for God and ask with thanksgiving. And the peace of Christ, or the peace of God, will garrison your heart. So that is how we pray. Okay, that's how I'm taught to pray. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, Gogo. But if it was not clear enough, please drop a comment, and I will do a follow-up video. Emakosi Nthokozani.